Everyone, welcome back to Mamta Nival tutorial. And guys, in this video we're going to start a new chapter number 13, and the name of the chapter is Fun with Magnets. What we need to study in this chapter is what are the magnets, how they origin, what are the properties of magnets. Okay, so first of all we will focus what is the use of magnet which we use in our daily life. Like you must have seen some kind of a stickers which stick to our almirah without any having any glue to it. Okay, so with our almirah, or we can say that the door of our refrigerator, we sometimes fix some of the stickers to it. So what are these stickers? These stickers contain magnet to it, and our almirah is of iron, so that's why they stick together. What else? Or we can say that sometime we have seen some pin holder. Okay, that pin holder also contain an iron. This is a box, the pin holder box, and there is a rod between that, or between that box. So what this rod contain the magnet, and due to which all the pins are attract toward it, so they are attached to this middle rod. Why this? Because the pins are made up of iron and the rod is made up of magnets. That's why they are attracted to each other. Some else examples also, like in pencil box. In pencil box, this sometimes we see that the lid is fixed very tightly. Like this is the box and the lid will fix very tightly because there is a magnet present here, and that magnets, both of these, one magnet is present on the upper lid and second is the on the downward lid. So they attract each other, and the attraction is so hard that they fit very tightly. Okay, or sometime we also have seen like this is a heap of junk, a heap of junk, and from this we need to find out our iron fillings or any iron material which is present in these junks. So how we can find it out? We can call a crane. Okay, and a crane, on the mouth of that crane, this is the mouth where the crane need to pick all the objects. So here what we fix a bar to it. Okay, a bar, or we can say that this is a block of magnet block, and we rotate that bar or block on these heap of junk, or we can rotate inside that also. So what happen? All the iron material or all the iron product which is present in that junk will stick to the bar, and we can remove the iron material from that other junk. So this is also how we can use, or magnet can help us in our daily life. Okay, so main question was how the magnet origin, or how the magnet were discovered. Okay, what was the story behind that? So there was a very good story about a shepherd, and that shepherd name was Magni. Okay, he lived in the Greece area. The place was the Greece, and he used to take his herds of sheep and goats to a nearby mountain for grazing. Okay, he used to do this on daily basis. Which mountain he used to take all these sheep and goats to? The that mountain name was the Magnesia mountain. Okay, here one day he found that, like, okay, one more thing we need to know, that he has a stick. Okay, he has a stick, and that stick is like, in the one end of the stick, in the lower end of the stick, there is a piece of iron is attached. Piece of iron is attached to it. Okay, so this stick he used to take to control the sheep and goats. So one day what happened? This stick was very stick to the to a one rock. There was a rock to which this stick was very hard to pull. Okay, he figured it out, like there is something which is attracting my stick to the toward the rock. So what is that? That was the magnet. Okay, that was the magnet, and this was the natural magnet. He figured it out, the natural magnet which is present in the mountain of Magnesia. So this magnet, this natural magnet, is known as the magnetite. Okay, they give this name to the magnet through that rock which is the natural magnet, and that rock name is the magnetite. So whenever in the exam they ask what are the, or give the example of natural magnet, so the magnetite was the natural magnet. After that, what they figure it out, other scientists also worked on it, and they figure it out that magnetite is made up of, or it contain iron into it. So what they tried iron, they tried the iron to make iron or convert the iron into the magnet, and they successfully did it. Okay, so what they discovered some artificial magnets which help us according to our need. Okay, whenever we need, like for example, what are the artificial magnets? Like bar magnets. These are the examples of magnets. So bar magnets or horseshoe magnets, it depend on our need, what our need and on which basis we require it. The name of the magnets is based on their shape. Like bar magnet is based on bar kind of a shape, they have the bar kind of a shape. Horseshoe magnet has the horseshoe kind of a structure, that's why we call it as horseshoe magnet. Or we can say that other is the cylindrical magnet, and so on. We have lot of magnets, it depend on the shape of that magnet, and the name was given to that magnet. Okay, so what they also figure it out while making all these magnets, they said that if a substance have a magnetic property, that magnetic property is not just to attract the iron, it attract the nickel as well as the cobalt also. So if a object is made up of nickel and cobalt, then also the magnet will attract to it. Okay, so the attraction of magnet can be seen in iron, nickel and cobalt only, not other materials or not other metals. They do not attract all the metals. Okay, then one more thing they figure it out, like poles. The magnet have some poles. How they figure it out? Like they take a sheet of paper, so this is a sheet, and they put some iron filling on it. What are the iron fillings? That are the small structure or small piece of irons. Now they take a bar magnet, which is the north pole here, south pole here, and they place it inside it. So what he see, that most of the iron fillings are attract toward the poles. So this is the poles where the most of the iron fillings are attract or toward this, close to this region, these ends. So these ends are known as the poles. Okay, they are known as the poles, but still they do not know that this is the north pole and this is the south pole. They do not know about it, but they name it as the poles of the magnet, because they have one is on one end, another is on the another end, so that's why they call it as poles. How these poles help us, what they can help us, they can help us to find the directions. Okay, and in the ancient times also we use these magnets to find the directions. How? Like there was a king of China which has a chariot. Okay, he has a chariot, and that chariot contain or with a statue of lady. There was a statue of lady on that chariot, and that lady has extended his extended arm. Okay, so the statue of lady always have one extended arm, and that extended arm always point toward a direction, and that direction is the south direction. That's always fixed, and this is how the king will figure it out. Like unable, or the king was able to locate the direction whenever he went to a new place. Any place he went to, they can see that this is the south direction, so we need to go to the east direction, west direction, whichever direction they need to go. So they depend on the direction of that that extended arm, because this extended arm always show the south pole. He knows about it. So how we can say that which is the south pole? Like we already know, like this is a bar magnet, it has a pole which is, one pole is the north, one pole is south. So how can you say that this is always the north? It cannot be south, and this is always be the south, not the north. How you can figure it out? So this is one more experiment we can do for it. Like this is a wooden stand we are taking, and this is the wooden stand. Okay, wooden stand. Now there is a thread. We fix a thread or tie a thread in the middle of the bar magnet. Okay, so this is the bar magnet, this is the bar magnet, and this is the thread which is we have tied it. Or now we suspend it freely. Okay, so the magnet is freely suspended, that means there is no pressure on it or nothing is attached to it. Okay, now rotate this bar magnet. What the people do or the scientists do, they try to rotate this magnet in this direction first. Okay, this direction, and after that whenever the bar magnet stops, it stops in the same direction. He noticed this thing, like they have marked on one direction so that they can figure it out that the direction is same. So they mark this portion as a pole, and that pole will be pointing this direction. Whenever this bar magnet, whenever this magnet come at rest, it always point the same direction, always. That's why we called it as the north south direction. North south direction. What that means? Like that means the north direction means the north direction means the north seeking direction. Okay, or we can say that it is the north pole. It's point toward the north pole. That means what is the north seeking? The geographical north. This is our earth, and the if our magnet point toward the geographical north direction, that means that is the north pole of that magnet. Okay, or other is the south pole. So which is the south pole? The south seeking pole. The south seeking pole, or we can say that is the south pole. Okay, the pole which seek toward the south of the geographical south of the earth is known as the south pole of that magnet. So whenever this bar magnet, freely suspended bar magnet, they stop, it always stop, one side is always toward the geographical north, that's why we call it as the north direction, and one side is always toward the south, and that's why we call it as south direction of that magnet. Okay, south pole of that magnet. So this is how the north and south pole was discovered. Okay, after this discovery, some scientists also make a device which is compass. Okay, and this is the device from which we can find direction. This help us to find direction whenever we lost in any oceans or in any new place which we have not gone before. Now how we can make the bar magnet, or how we can make our own magnet? Is that possible? It is possible, because what we need to do, we need to take a iron bar. This is a iron bar, and take a magnet. This is a bar magnet, and there is a pole of the bar magnet. This is the north pole, this is the south pole. Any pole you can take, there is no problem with it. Now put the bar magnet on the one end of the iron bar, and then slide it toward the south to the other end of that bar magnet. Okay, and then again pick that bar magnet and then place it here, and then again rub to the next end. Then again, do not pick the bar magnet in the middle or here. It should be always joined to the bar as well as the iron portion. Okay, so here we need to rub it again and again and again on this portion, and we do this cycle. Okay, we need to do this cycle for 30 to 40 times. After this we can see that if we place a needle near this iron bar, the needle will attract toward this iron bar. Why? Because this iron bar is now become a magnet. If not so, if the iron nail do not attract toward the iron bar, then we can do this, continue this process for 20 more times, so that the iron will become a magnet. So this is how we can make a convert our iron into a magnet. Okay, what are the other properties of magnets? So the other properties are the attraction and repulsion. Okay, this is the main property of the iron. Like attraction, always the opposite poles always attract each other. What are the opposite poles? That means this is the bar magnet and this is the second bar magnet. Here is the north, here is the south, here is the north, here is the south. So if the north is toward north, these are the same poles, so we need to make it as different poles. This is the south and this is the north. So north and south always attract each other, they will pull themselves together. So this is how we will see the structure. North, this is the north and this is the south, this is the north and this is the south. This is how it will happen. The opposite poles always attract. But repulsion, whatever the similar poles always repel each other. Okay, what is that? If this is a bar magnet, this is another bar magnet, here is the south pole, here is the south pole, this is the north and this is the north. So they will repel each other, they will repel each other. Okay, always the south pole will repel the south pole and north pole will repel the north pole. So the distance between them will increase suddenly. Okay, so this is the repulsion process and this is the attraction one. So always attraction take place in the opposite poles. What are the cautions we require to fulfill to store or to make a iron? Okay, or to handle a iron, handle a metal, magnets. Okay, so sometime magnets used to lose their properties. Okay, why? Because if we heat a magnet, it will lose their property. What else? If we hammered it or we can hit it with very hard, so then the magnet can lose their property. As well as if we drop it from a height, a very good height, then we can say that it can also lose their property. Or sometime if we do not store it properly, then also there is a chance of losing its property. So these are the cautions which we need to keep in mind, so that our magnet will not lose its property. What else we should keep in mind? Like we always keep the magnets away from the cassettes, mobiles, television, music system. All these, they do not work properly if a magnet is near to them. Okay, so we do not keep magnet near to any of these product, or we can say that even to the computer also we should do not keep these things near to the magnet. Okay, so these are the cautions which we need to follow to store or to help the magnet to remain the same property. The property of the magnet will not lose. So this is what in this chapter, guys. I hope you understand all these concepts. If you have any doubt, please ask me in the comment box, and if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe my channel. And thank you guys for watching this video.